There's only been one Blade. There's only ever going to be one Blade.
Well, he was in Marvel Zombies.
That was a cartoon. It doesn't fucking count.
Welcome back to the Out of Touch podcast. I'm Chris, that's Bill, and today we are watching Blade Trinity from 2004 because we were supposed to watch Blade, the new Blade from Marvel Studios, this time for the third time, I guess.
On November 7th.
Yes.
This was, I guess, the latest release date I could find that they gave for this movie. This movie that I just don't think is ever happening.
No.
They went as far as having just some other guy voice Blade in Marvel Zombies.
It's gone. The dream is dead.
It may as well be.
Wesley Snipes is the one and only true Blade.
Yeah. They should just make another one with him.
Yeah.
At this point, just do it. Nobody cares about this secret Blade and his off-screen cameo in Eternals.
Yeah.
It's over. It's a failed concept.
It's gone. It's like they couldn't make Blade for some reason. We've already gone over why they couldn't make it, but anyway,
Nobody knows why they can't make it.
Yeah, it's Blade Trinity, a kind of divisive movie.
It's clunky.
It is clunky, but honestly, I don't think it's maybe as bad as a lot of people make it out to be, because at the end of the day, there are way, way, way worse superhero movies than Blade Trinity.
Well, yeah, Catwoman exists.
I know.
That movie's terrible.
But sometimes people kind of like lump that in with like Catwoman and stuff, and I'm like, come on, it's not that bad. It is clunky, but you know,
it's not great. It's not good.
I would say, I don't know.
It runs the gambit from being this is kind of bad to this is kind of okay.
I feel like Blade is still cool in the movie.
Forgot my sword.
It's amazing he can still come off as cool because of how angry and grumpy Wesley Snipes apparently was during the making of this.
I've heard that, and to be honest, I was like trying to catch some of it, and like the one instance that I thought it was like the most noticeable was when he was like being interrogated in the police station. When like the guy's like asking him questions, he's not responding, and I'm like, okay, is he just supposed to be like that because like he's low on like medicine? But then like,
hey, he's hurt, he's depressed, he's sad.
Yeah.
So the basic gist of this movie is Blade has to team up with a group of monster hunters called the Night Stalkers to take on a group of vampires who have awoken Dracula.
Yes.
Which on paper sounds like it could be awesome. Blade versus Dracula? How could you screw that up? In a lot of ways.
Yeah. You know, it's odd because, you know, Dracula, you know, the prime vampire, you know, the first vampire. And, you know, it's weird. At least I feel like Dracula like doesn't even get fleshed out or anything. He's just kind of there.
Yeah, he's just there. He's not cool. I don't like his look. He looks lame.
I feel like there are interesting aspects of him that like just don't get fleshed out. Like, why did he decide to like go to sleep? And like it's kind of like hinted at like he was just so frustrated with like the way humanity was. He's just like, everybody sucks now. Wake me when people are better.
It wasn't just humanity. It was also like, even the other vampires suck now.
Yeah.
Fuck this shit. I'm going to bed.
Yeah, so like I thought like that is a interesting aspect of him that's not fleshed out. You know, it's cool that like he's like a warrior with honor, but maybe not so much honor because he kidnaps a baby at one point. So
Yep.
Who knows?
He's a monster.
Yeah.
I hate that he's called Drake. I hate it. I don't. Why?
Yeah.
Did they think Dracula was a lame name? Was this their like, no, it's the modern day. He shouldn't be called Dracula. That's weird and old and stupid. We'll call him Drake.
You know, in some ways, this movie kind of solidifies like Blade as the new hero for a new millennium because this is the most 2000s movie I think I've seen in a while. Like, it is so of that era.
Oh my God, freaking, what's her name? Jessica Biel, who is Abigail Whistler, Whistler's daughter.
She's got her iPod. She's loading up the music on her laptop. She's got the little earbuds with the wire going in the back instead of the front. I'm like, all the music choices.
You know what's crazy is like, there's never really a moment where she puts them on, at least in the version that I watched, where it's like, all right, she's going to put them on, we're going to hear some music, and then she'll kick ass. It's like, no, the music is already playing, and she just has them on. It's weird.
It happens in the version I saw. She puts them on. I can't remember if the music like starts when she puts them on, but like she has them in while she's like kicking people's ass.
So we should stop and point this out. There's 2 versions of this movie.
Apparently.
There's the original theatrical version, and then there's an unrated, I guess, director's cut. I kind of had a feeling this would happen because I have a Blu-ray 3-pack, and it only has the unrated cut, and that was the one I watched.
Here's the weird part about that you're telling me. Because in the version I watch, which very much clearly is different than the version you watch, they still had F-bombs in it. So,
Well,
like,
it's
was
still-
the
it's still-
original movie rated R,
Well,
but
yeah.
then there's, like, an unrated version,
Well, because
too?
it's unrated because it wasn't in theaters.
Okay.
But yeah, it's still an R-rated movie.
Okay.
But they like putting that unrated on there because it looks cool.
Yeah, I guess
It's
so.
like, ooh, this is edgy. It's unrated. This movie's so hardcore, we couldn't even rate it.
That's true.
But yeah, it was not in theater, so it's not rated.
Yeah.
And yeah, obviously the Blade franchise is R-rated,
Yes.
so that didn't change. They didn't water Blade down.
No.
Not really.
And I don't know, you know, like, even though, like, yeah, this is probably the worst Blade movie in the trilogy for sure,
100%.
I still think Blade is pretty cool in the movie, even if Wesley Snipes is phoning it in.
He's definitely phoning it in a little.
like it
He was very mad that he felt the movie was being hijacked by the Night Stalkers so they could spin them off into their own movie, and they were losing the plot, and it wasn't focusing enough on Blade. And I kind of agree.
I do agree with that too. Because Blade does feel like he's like a side character in his own movie.
He does.
It almost kind of reminds me of like Mad Max Fury Road, where like the movie's called Mad Max, but then like it's really about Furiosa.
But the Mad Max movies are all like that, so it's okay.
Yeah, but like Blade is just like, what the hell? like,
Yeah, no. Blade versus Dracula, boom, go. That's your movie.
yeah.
There's ideas in this I like. I like the idea of the vampires sicking the feds on him because he is going around basically killing familiars. So he's just going around killing people, killing vampires. Like, well, if we just get him to kill some regular people more, we get the feds on him. And, you know, I thought that was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
I always thought it was stupid that we went out of our way to bring Whistler back to life in the last movie. So let's kill him in like the first 20 minutes of this one.
That is kind of dumb.
Why?
It's just like, Whistler dies twice in this franchise.
Stupid.
It is dumb.
Really dumb.
I don't know. You know, Blade killing the familiars is interesting. It's also, like, funny how unapologetic he is about it. They're like, how many people have you killed, Blade? And he's like, 1,034. Or, like, whatever number he says. It's, like, a lot of people he's killed.
Say, how many people have you killed, Blade? 1,182.
They're freaking vampire servants, and they're turncoats against humanity.
Yeah. Which, you know, I don't know. You know, it's an odd movie for sure. Like, I don't like, you know, the weird other vampires in the movie that, like, unearth Dracula.
They're all terrible. The lady, Triple H. Did you forget that Triple H was in this?
No, I remember Triple H was in this movie, and to be honest, I thought, you know, Triple H being in the movie, like, yeah, he's like an asshole and stuff, but like, I thought it was pretty fun that Triple H got to do some wrestling moves on Ryan Reynolds.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
Do you think on set he stopped and was like, all right, I'll do it just once, and was like,
Let's get rid of this sucker!
all in his vampire fangs and shit?
Maybe. I don't know. Like his character, like all those other vampires though, they all suck. They're not like cool.
They're not like Deacon Frost, who's just like this kind of cool sleazebag who you just want to see Blade kill. These guys, they were just nothing. They're just lame. They're just lame.
Yeah, you know, like I would even say, like, I know you disagree. I think Dracula is okay in the movie. Like, I feel like he could be better.
I think with better writing, maybe better wardrobe. I hate that he has like a chain necklace on. It's so lame.
2004.
Oh, I hate it. I hate it.
Come on, it's Heatwave, and
He's all walking around open shirted. I mean, that's kind of funny in of itself, just because the same actor played Heatwave in Legends of Tomorrow, and there's an episode where he's just like reading Dracula.
Yeah.
I thought that was fun.
He's also the brother that needs to be rescued from the prison break.
Then doesn't he also have to do the rescuing in like a later season?
Yeah, probably. You know, it's bad. I only remember the main character. The main character's name is Michael Schofield.
Captain Cold?
Yes, but I don't remember what.
His name is Captain Cold, Chris.
Yeah, I don't remember what Heatwave's name is in the Prison Break.
I'm assuming they're brothers, aren't they?
Yeah, so something Schofield.
Yeah, he's got the same last name.
Maybe.
Well, maybe. They might be half brothers. I don't know.
I don't remember.
never
Prison Break was a while ago. It was a good show, though.
They're trying to reboot it, apparently.
Oh, boy. Don't do that.
Didn't they, revive that show, 5 times?
Yeah, something like that.
Movies and miniseries and shit.
He's alive.
It's how many times can these guys break into or out of a prison?
It's just what they do.
I will say I did like the part where he goes to the store and sees all the dumb Dracula stuff and he gets pissed about it.
Yeah.
I like that.
I mean, that goth guy, eating the cereal, too, it's just oh, man, I've met people like this guy. Especially at this period of time, it's just man.
Yeah. Like you said, it's the most 2000s movie.
It really is. I think, the action in the movie is okay.
So there's some solid action. Even I'll admit, the sword fight between Dracula and Blade, it was pretty decent.
Yeah. I don't like when Dracula turns into his monster version.
It doesn't look cool. It looks weird. I don't like it.
It's too much with
it's
mandibles and the whole face opening thing, which I mean that was in the other Blade movie too.
But those were the Reaper vampires.
Yeah, they were different, and it's just oh, so Dracula's like that too. Oh, okay.
Maybe he would have liked the Reapers better.
Maybe, but. Yeah, some of the gadgets I think are all right in the movie too, his little knife at the beginning of the movie that zips around and when he goes to Whistler, he's this worked good. But then, there's the not as much as I remember the light weaponry. I don't know why, but in my mind I thought they were using the light stuff a lot, but it's really just that one light blade and then
the weird, I don't know, laser bow. What the hell was that?
I don't know. It's odd.
It's funny that they went out of their way to introduce the Night Stalkers, but they killed most of them.
All of them die except for 2 of them.
Yeah.
It's also this movie, and everybody says this, but it's wow, Ryan Reynolds really just plays Ryan Reynolds in every movie he's in. It's Deadpool.
Yeah.
Hannibal King, aka Wade Wilson. K. Van Wilder.
This was his audition for that.
Yeah, seriously.
Wisecracking with guns. It's just the one more step towards Deadpool. I think I'm not sure, but it might have been working on this movie and talking to David Goyer, who was writer and the director this time. Might have yo, you should see this character Deadpool, and just being this is me. I'm this.
Yeah. I appreciate watching this movie in 2025 with Ryan Reynolds' character being
he hates me, doesn't he?
Yeah. And then in Deadpool, it's just
I don't like you.
You never did.
It's so good.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
But yeah, it's funny too, because the Night Stalkers, it's just
And Patton Oswalt is one of them.
Yeah, I was just about to say, it's Patton Oswalt. I'm wow.
Did you notice that he was wearing a Fantastic Four shirt at one point?
No, I didn't.
In I think it was their introductory scene, he had a shirt with a 4 on it. I'm pretty sure it was a Fantastic Four logo.
Wow, interesting.
They just kind of snuck that in there.
Because this was a New Line movie, right?
Yeah.
So, not a Fox movie.
Just snuck it in there for one scene.
Okay.
I did appreciate the little tip of the hat to where Blade came from when they had the Tomb of Dracula comic.
Yeah.
And I looked it up. It was an actual comic cover. Not the one he debuted in, though, but it's the book he debuted in.
Okay. Everything said, I don't think this movie is really that bad. It's just like you said, it's clunky. There are a lot of weird things in the movie. There were a lot of odd cuts and speed ups for transitions and stuff. Makes it more man, this is such a 2000s movie.
I'd be curious to see what you would think of, because the stuff I still didn't like the first time I watched it, because the first time I watched it was the theatrical version. And this is the first time I ever saw the extended unrated cut. And I did feel this does feel a little better, mostly. I actually thought the ending was a little worse.
Yeah, I like the original ending, it's the only ending I saw, but we're Blade and Dracula fight, and Blade defeats Dracula, and Dracula's all it's weird that they're looking for a new type of vampire when there was one already, and then he's just sooner or later, everybody, succumbs to the thirst, even you.
And he says, you fought honorably, I'll give you a parting gift.
Yeah.
And in the original theatrical ending, the feds come in, they find Blade's body, they bring it to the morgue, the body turns back into Drake.
Yeah.
And we see Blade riding off into the sunset, having snuck away. But in the unrated version, he still says that line about leaving a parting gift, But then he just doesn't turn into Blade. They find Blade's body. They bring him to the morgue. Blade wakes up, beats everybody up in the room, acting like he's going to maybe kill somebody. And then we just see him ride off on the motorcycle and some clunky narration from Ryan Reynolds.
I don't like that. That's stupid. Like, the original ending's better.
Apparently, I don't even think Wesley Snipes liked it because supposedly when he's lying on the table and he opens his eyes, he refused to open his eyes, so they did it digitally.
Oh, no.
Yeah, supposedly, like, any instance where he is not talking or you can't see his face, it's not Wesley Snipes, it's a body double.
Oh, my God.
It's a stuntman or a body double or whatever. So there's just, like, moments where I'm like, all right, back to the camera, not Wesley. We don't see his face, not Wesley. There might be a couple instances of, like, is that a digital head in the background? I can't tell.
Yeah. It's weird. Yeah, I don't know. You know, it's weird because Blade is such a cool character, and it's like, why would you not want your movie to like be about Blade?
I don't know. There was another. The Blu-ray called it an alternate ending. I would just say it was an additional epilogue.
Okay.
I think today in modern comic book movies they put it as like a mid-credit or post-credit scene.
Okay.
Because it's just a spin-off hook for the Night Stalkers, where Ryan Reynolds and Jessica Biel and other guy that they brought in later are somewhere else. They're beating people up. They're getting in their way, but there's a werewolf and they got to go fight the werewolf. Because like some guy's like, what are you guys even doing? All the vampires are dead. It's like, there's more than just vampires. We can fight werewolves. Spin-off? Come on, New Line.
Man.
Please.
It's like your greed is showing.
New Line is like, forget this. We'll just make a TV show instead.
Yeah.
What network should we air it on? I don't know. How about the one network that doesn't air scripted programming? Perfect.
Either that or they pitched it to every network and they're like, no. And then like Spike TV's like, we'll take it. We'll take anything.
Maybe.
Yeah. Like,
I don't know. I don't know how they got there. It was weird.
yeah.
I will say there's one thing that they did. It was an idea that I think is in a deleted scene of the first movie, but it was like scaled back. It was like Frost had like a fridge with a couple bodies in it, but that warehouse with all the bodies, that's kind of creepy.
Yeah.
Where they've just like, oh no.
The blood farm.
The blood farm. They're just hoarding
Yeah.
people. This is creepy.
There's just some like lady working there too.
Yeah.
And Blade's just like, shut it down. And she's like, okay.
Then they left.
Yeah.
She could have just been like, almost got fired.
Yeah.
He should have like shot the computer or something.
Yeah.
I can understand why Blade wouldn't shoot her. She's like kind of harmless, but she is a familiar.
Clearly, yeah.
So maybe he would shoot. I mean, I don't know. Shooting this like tiny girl in the head would be kind of dark.
Just be like so hardcore.
Just
like,
or like, have Jessica Biel snap her neck. I don't know. It would come off less harsh if she did it.
yeah. Either that or
But at least
she attacks them and then they just like shut down the system themselves.
Yeah, or at least when the system is shut down, you shoot the computer so she can't immediately just turn it back on.
Yeah.
That just kind of stuck out to me.
It was weird, but also like horrifying because it's like, oh yeah, the people, they're not like dead, but they're also like brain dead. So
yeah, they're
not even like, like can't even be woken up anymore and stuff. So it's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Blade Trinity has like some good stuff in it, but it's just like a kind of like very clunky movie, kind of in some ways too, like a little hard to follow at points where like stuff kind of just happens and you're like, wait, what?
Well, all the behind the scenes problems, Wesley Snipes refusing to do stuff a lot of the time. So they had to just like, hey, Ryan Reynolds, come here, just say something.
Yeah.
Be quippy, please. And they have some good ideas, but none of them are gelling together. Blade being hunted by the law, the concept of Dracula being there, other monster hunters that he can team up with. There's stuff that could work, but none of it gelled. They needed a stronger script. They needed a proper director. Guillermo del Toro was all like, sorry guys, I gotta go make Hellboy.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I've read that Goyer was like a last resort. It's like, fuck it, you want to do it?
Did David Goyer do like music videos before this or something?
I have no idea.
It seems like there's a lot of like weird choices that I would see like for like a music video. That's why I was like wondering like
he never did a movie before.
Oh wow, okay, so he was just like a writer put into like, hey, direct this movie.
Also, your star is revolting openly, but we can't do much about it because he's also a producer and he's kind of scary.
Yeah,
because he's got a sword. We're not sure if it's real.
Oh man,
I'm joking about the sword thing.
I'm impressed.
It's kind of dumb. They should have made it more about Blade. It's weird that like it's not.
It's funny. This is kind of early for spin-off fever.
Yeah, seriously. Not only that, but like, you know, they have the aspect of like Whistler's daughter, and it's just like
They don't do much with it.
yeah, it's just like she's just kind of there.
It does sort
Like
of.
Blade is not even like wait, Whistler had like a daughter that wasn't dead.
He doesn't seem surprised by it either.
Yeah. Like you think there would be more of like a relationship there where like,
Yeah.
you know, he's just like your dad raised me. We're kind of
He doesn't openly hate her like he does Ryan Reynolds' character.
yeah.
Which I think it is kind of funny. I don't know how intentional or unintentional it is that he never warms up to him.
No.
Even when he rescues him, he still leaves him chained up, which I think is kind of funny.
And honestly, like that aspect of him not liking the Ryan Reynolds character, I think could have even been funnier, like just because it's just like, yeah, that character is kind of unlikable, you know, kind of sucks. Hannibal King, he's like, yeah, I was a familiar, but like,
No, I think he was a vampire.
he was a vampire.
Yeah, he says he
Okay.
was a vampire, but he got like the cure.
Okay, so he was straight up vampire, reformed, you know, but you know, just kind of like an annoying douche.
What's what happens when a dude bro gets turned into a vampire and then wants revenge?
Yeah, it's pretty much Van Wilder got turned into a vampire.
This is what happens after Van Wilder.
Yeah.
He goes out too much, hooks up the wrong girl, gets turned into a vampire for several years, changes his name.
It's just how it happens. Then eventually becomes Deadpool.
Yeah, changes his name again.
Briefly becomes Green Lantern. We don't talk about that part.
It was a weird weekend.
Yeah. But yeah.
But now he's Deadpool forever.
Yeah, he's Deadpool forever. You know, it's weird. I don't hate it. I don't know. Maybe it's just because, like, I think Blade is just cool. Like, I can't, like, hate it completely, but it is, like, missed potential.
That's
a
the
lot.
thing. That's the thing that gets to me the most about this movie is the wasted potential.
Yeah.
Just Dracula, the ultimate evil vampire, the evil vampire,
Yeah.
and you're gonna put Blade up against him, like that should be awesome.
Yeah.
But it's not.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Yeah. You know, there should be, like, a cool, like, you know, rivalry between Dracula and Blade. Like, you know.
But it just kind of isn't.
Yeah, like, they're, like, destined to fight each other forever in a weird way.
Yeah,
but, like,
there could be something with that.
but, like, they don't even, like, go into that type of, like, territory with it. It's just, like, Dracula's just kind of, like, there.
If anything, he should be like, oh, you kill our kind, but you're superior to the rest of our race, except for me, of course.
Yeah. I'm the greatest vampire ever.
I can walk in daylight, just like you.
Yeah.
You're like me. We're the same.
Except I got a monster mode and you don't.
Well, maybe he does have a monster mode, and we get the ending of Van Helsing again.
Maybe. I mean, like, honestly, I don't want to see Blade have a monster mode.
No,
I think
no,
that's
no.
dumb.
The fangs are enough.
Yeah.
The fangs getting maybe a little bigger when he gets more bloodlustier.
Maybe his
that's,
eyes turn red.
even
you
that's
know?
too much.
Like,
Nah, it's
what?
just the blades protrude a little more. That's as far as it should go.
Maybe, yeah.
I would maybe be open to doing something like with like the Buffy shows where like the vampires have like ridges.
Okay.
Like, but even that, just the fangs. The fangs are enough.
Yeah, fangs. Maybe eyes a little bit, like, kind of like turn inward, kind of like,
I
you
guess
know,
there's
cat
something.
eyes, like night vision.
There's
That's
some-
the thing, too, that
Yes.
that annoyed me, too, is like, you know, a bunch of vampires go into like a tomb and then like they're like putting lights everywhere and I'm like, wait, are you telling me these vampires can't see in the dark?
They're still effectively human.
I know, but like they're not human.
They still have human eyes.
I guess so.
They're not bats. They don't turn into bats.
I guess
They're not those kind of vampires.
I guess not. That's true. They're not. They're like weird science vampires in some
Exactly.
way. Yeah.
Well, I guess do crosses still work? I can't remember in these movies.
Yeah, I don't remember. Silver works.
Silver works.
So like, yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember them ever using holy water or anything
Yeah.
like that, so I don't.
So they're not like magic or.
No. They can access magic though.
Yeah, I guess they can, huh?
They're very picky and choosy.
Yeah. Who knows? It's confusing. They're like science vampires, but maybe not. I don't know. It's case by case scenario.
I guess so.
So
He's Dracula, not a science vampire. Pure magic.
maybe.
Dark black blood magic.
Yeah, or he was just like born that way somehow.
Yeah, somehow. Through dark blood black magic.
Yeah,
I don't know.
guess-
We don't know.
Yeah.
I don't mind Dracula's origins being like mysterious. I'm fine with that.
Yeah. They also made Dracula like even older.
Yeah, he's like thousands of years old.
Yeah.
Makes a comment. I was like, I was at the crucifixion.
Not in my version. Like,
Oh,
yeah,
well,
I'm pretty sure. I don't remember that.
okay.
Like,
Well, in the version I watched,
Yeah.
he says that. This is the problem with his two versions of the movie.
yeah. I just remember them saying he's from like
Had-
Sumeria.
Had I known sooner, I would have been like, maybe we should watch the same version. I only have access to this version, so I guess maybe watch that. Because like afterwards, when I was like realizing that, I was like looking at Amazon Prime. Amazon Prime had both.
Okay.
It was weird.
Yeah, I just watched whatever version Hulu came up when I was like Blade Trinity, and I was like, okay.
Well, I'm not currently subscribed to Hulu so I didn't do that. I was like, oh, let me dig out the Blu-ray.
There you go.
Got that.
I mean, dig out the VHS tape and the VHS player and the CRT TV.
It could have been on VHS. This was like the.
Well, I
this
guess
was
it probably was on DVD.
Oh, of course it was
Yeah,
on DVD.
yeah, maybe no VHS.
This was like the
2004.
Yeah, it was right when it died.
Yeah. Let me dig out the PS2.
There was
and
a
the DVD player.
Like they were lingering, but like 05 was pretty much when it was like dead.
Yeah.
Because you got like, I remember because like Revenge of the Sith and like Batman Begins only came out on DVD.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess it would only be on DVD, which is cool.
Maybe. Well, after a quick Google search, Chris, Blade Trinity did come out on VHS.
Oh, hey, there you go.
So
It's one of the final VHS tapes.
probably, because by 05, it was pretty much done.
They were gone.
Yeah.
But overall, Blade Trinity, it's an odd movie to end out the Blade trilogy.
I'm glad Wesley Snipes was in Deadpool and Wolverine because this would be a lackluster way for him to end his Blade.
Yeah.
And he should get another one because you're not giving one to Mahershala Ali. Just give one to Wesley Snipes again.
Yeah, they should just make a new Blade movie with Wesley Snipes. It would
And
be fine.
You know what? Because, legally speaking, it can't be the same continuity as these movies. You could do Blade versus Dracula, but better.
Yeah, there you go.
Do Blade versus Dracula, but better.
And I guess with that being said, that's Out of Touch podcast for this week.
Blade versus Dracula, but better.
Some motherfuckers still trying to ice skate up here.
Can't tell you, they'll kill me.
Kill you, motherfucker, I'll kill you.